Hey y'all, welcome back to Simple Sanctuary Garden. My name is Sarah. I apologize for the less than stellar lighting. I am in my kitchen during a thunderstorm, so there's a lot of shadows going on. It is early morning, and I thought I would show y'all my favorite garden trick. I posted on Instagram earlier this week about banana water and found out that a lot of people don't know what banana water is, and that I looked a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs talking about this banana water. So I thought I'd show you all how to make it. It's super easy, and where in the garden it can be used. So if you are an organic home gardener like me, this is something that you should really take advantage of. It is, again, super easy to do. All you need is some bananas and some kind of thing to put them in with some water. I like to use these really big mason jars. These little ones will work too. A flower vase will work. A tea pitcher will work. Whatever you want to use, it really doesn't matter. And all you're going to do is peel the bananas you want to use and stick the peels in the jar. Your bananas do not have to be this ripe. That is the wrong vessel. There we go. However, I really love to make banana bread, and so I let them get on the riper side of life. So you'll notice that I put 2 peels in this one jar. You could probably pack more than that, but I like to get a lot of water in there. For these little jars, I just do 1 banana peel. Another thing that you'll want to keep in mind when shopping for this, especially if you're an organic gardener, is to buy organic bananas. And when I say that out loud, it probably seems kind of like, well, duh. But first couple times I did this, I did not buy organic bananas. It didn't do anything harmful, except for there's possibly pesticides now on those plants. I just don't really want that. If I'm putting all this effort into my garden, I want to keep it organic. So all you're going to do now, you saw how quick and easy that was, is take your jar, go to your sink, and fill it with water. You'll put the lid on this bad boy, let it sit for a couple days to a week, and then use it on whatever plant you have that's struggling. I'm going to let this sit for a couple days, and then we'll come back and I'll show you which plants in my garden I feel like could benefit from banana water and how to use it. Hey y'all, welcome back. It's been a few days and my banana water is ready. I'm going to bring it up close so you can see. It's gotten pretty cloudy, which is my go-to sign that it's ready. You'll notice up at the top, some of the peels have browned. Don't worry about that. That's where there was more oxygen on the peel. So it just turned brown. It's not bad. Like any kind of watering, you want to make sure that you're not doing it in the heat of the day, or, you know, pouring this out in the heat of the day or in direct sun. I'm actually kind of pushing it. It's a little late today. We're getting close to 8 o'clock in the morning. But these nasturtium pots, as you can see, desperately need a little boost. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour this on here anyway. Basically doing the opposite of what I just told you to do. Now, I am pouring this banana water on these nasturtium because they're looking real puny. It's still our real hot weather here, and nasturtium around this time of year just struggle if they, you know, live at all. So what I'm going to do is give them a little boost with the banana water, try and help them limp on until fall, when hopefully they will become glorious and spill over these baskets, and I'll have fantastic nasturtium hanging next to my front door. Now, for something like this, I'm only going to pour the water in and reserve the peel.
When we do the big jar in a little bit, I'll show you something that you can do with the peel, but for this basket, all I'm gonna use is the liquid. It's real simple. All I do is just pour it out gently over or around the plants. You'll see it looks pretty thick. That's the sugars from the banana. They give the nasturtium a nice, or really any plant that you're using it on, a nice little pick-me-up. And I'm doing this really gently because you can tell these nasturtium are very puny. I don't want the peel to plop out and potentially break something. Now after this point, I also recommend, if it's really dry, the way this hanging pot is, going ahead and adding some water. You don't have to dilute the banana water. You'll find places that say that you do. I honestly don't dilute it, and I haven't had a scorching problem. And you guys know I'll tell you if I have a scorching problem, because I scorched all my okra last year with borax. It was not my smartest move. So I will be adding water to these pots, but it's not strictly required. For this jar, I'm going to take a slightly different approach. I was very gentle with the nasturtium. This one, I'm just going to straight dump all of it out and leave those banana peels in the garden bed. Now, it's not exactly appetizing. I don't particularly even want to touch them because they're squidgy. Probably makes me look a little bit less credible, but whatever. So those banana peels are going to do a couple things. One, they're going to attract pollinators because they smell sweet, and I have a habanero plant right over there that I would love pollinated. So that's a win for everybody. Another reason that I like to leave banana peels in the garden beds is that someone told me, I cannot for the life of me remember who it was or when, but someone told me that aphids don't like bananas. And so I like to leave the peels either on the top of the bed and let all of that gloriousness sink through the soil, or bury the banana peels next to whatever plant is struggling with aphids. You can see on a few of our leaves we've had some difficulties with aphids. So I'm gonna leave those there and hopefully help ward them off. All right, I've got my other banana jars. We're gonna do the same thing with these peels. Very waste not, want not. The peels on the surface is not gonna hurt anything, but it could potentially help with aphids. My heavy hitter okra, my okra is finally starting to come in. It is September and I'm really just starting to get a bunch of it. It's been a weird gardening year. And I'm noticing a few aphids. That morning sun just blinded me. We gotta find a different angle. One second. All right, I don't think that's much better. All right, that's bright and hot. Let's try this anyway. This is a struggle today, y'all. Okay. I'm noticing some aphids around the okra blossoms. Not a lot, but still a few. I don't want them to take over. I'm really excited to be getting okra. I did not get any last year because I was battling those fire ants, and that went terribly awry. I'll link the video up in the top. So I'm gonna put some banana peels around the base, hope it makes the aphids go away, and at the very worst, all it'll do is attract further pollinators and I'll get more okra. Goopy, so goopy. And that's really the ease of banana water. It was really easy to do. We got delicious banana bread out of the deal. We've now got ways to support our garden a little bit better. Obviously, this is easiest for me to do because I'm a small backyard gardener. If I was a really large market gardener, I would have to find probably another solution. But this is something you can do if you've just got a few garden beds like I do in the backyard, or if you've got a house plant that's looking a little tired. basically it's a great small scale solution. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me the other day and again this morning. I hope you found this useful. I hope if you have some plants that could use a little support, you find this to be an easy and effective method of giving them some DIY fertilizer. Let me know how it goes for you below in the comments, and we'll talk soon. Thanks, guys.